Good start by Australia after 10 overs, 1 for 44, and Wacky Yunus has responded. It's going to be a change at the members' end. Shoaib Akhtar, I thought, bowled very well at Colonial Stadium. Good fiery spell. It's going to be bowling from the members' end. Good move here by the skipper. He's a wicket taker and he's got a wonderful strike rate at international level. In fact, it is the best. Average of 20. It's a magnificent performance. Every 4.5 overs.
Expensive at times, but generally keeps those stats around those marks, the average marks. Can bowl with the old ball, that's why he gets a few of those wickets. Can bowl the old ball in all conditions and sling it in, swinging. You can see the up and down nature of Pakistan's innings. This one, the next 10, is the one Australia has to match. Like that, into that. Down, and then a big one to finish.
It's great to watch Shoaib Akhtar. He's free spirit, he charges in, he gives it everything, much like Brett Lee. I think he's also a very intelligent fast bowler. Good change of pace. Ricky Ponting, who's 14 off 18, not really set. Here, I guess it's Gilchrist the other end, 20 off 31.
Long flowing strides, hasn't he? Quite possibly modelled himself on Wacky Yunus. Really gets them ahead of steam up. At times too much, and that's when his pace will cut down. Like Brett Lee, must develop rhythm and everything will happen from there. Good strength in the upper legs and backside. And that's where you can lock up the front side and catapult the backside through to cause a batsman or two a headache.
Got through him. Keeper didn't take it cleanly. 148.7. Very good pace in the first over. Good line.
Ricky Ponting's working overtime to get his feet organised, as will Rashid Latif from here on in. We've seen Ponting go back and play softly, and when he gets forward, he's trying to come forward as decisively as he can. He tends to go a little hard at the ball. Just got to be able to relax, stay at his crease, wait a little bit longer and react to what's being bowled to him.
Bottom edge slip, well taken. Quicker again, 152.
Quickest of the series. You can see this time Ricky Ponting wanting to come forward, but his foot not moving. The whole balance is coming forward, the head leaning over, but his front foot won't go, and so he has to try and stay and hit it from where he is. That's the missed timing, even though it's quite low. There's some variable bounce here. So far it's been great.
What a good piece of bowling. 151.1. A wicket maiden. Superb fast bowling. And a big breakthrough.
Talked about in-swing. Don't worry about the old ball. I can do it with the new one too. Not only with good pace, 151 k's, it swings in and it's right on the mark of middle and off. Ricky Ponting looking to play his favourite shot without the footwork we've been talking about. Tough job. Shoaib Akhtar, magnificent for his captain. Ponting gone for 14, 2 for 44.
3 for 50 as Mark Waugh and Ian Chappell take up the commentary.
Thanks, Bill. Pakistan had a good finish to their batting innings. They've started their bowling pretty well. Shoaib Akhtar getting a wicket in his first over. That's a very good delivery. Well, Mark Waugh, you nominated when he measured out his run that this was a very important spell in the game. He started well.
Certainly has. Bowling very straight and very quick. It's a vital period for both teams. If Pakistan can grab 1 or 2 more wickets, Australia will be right up against it. Decent run chase. Anything over 250 in any conditions is never easy, especially against such a quality bowling attack.
3 slips. Yunus going on the attack. It's a no ball. He bowled a beautiful over first up.
The thing with Shoaib Akhtar is tried to bowl quick, but if you don't bowl straight, you can either go for runs or wasting energy. Shoaib Akhtar is bowling quick and he's bowling straight, making the batsman play. Very straight on that occasion.
Too quick for Martin on that occasion as well. Just looking at Ricky Ponting bat, looks to me as though someone's brought in a rule for Ricky that he's not allowed to play a defensive shot. He's on the attack all the time.
His natural game is very aggressive and he loves to attack all sorts of bowling. Doesn't matter if it's spin or pace. And he's done it pretty well over his career. I suppose when you're coming in against a new ball, there is times where you've got to drag it back a little bit. But I think Ricky Ponting is a fantastic player. Just got to be a little bit more selective when you're playing against fast bowling.
Beautifully struck by Damien Martin. One of the sweet timers in international cricket.
But I've done it myself. When you're batting against fast bowling, the adrenaline tends to rush through your body. You feel like you want to hit every ball, and you think if you do hit the ball, it's going to fly off the bat and go for 4. It's hard to stop yourself going hard at the ball, and Ricky Ponting certainly went hard at the ball last over. Shoaib Akhtar right on target, went through him.
Darren Lehmann, who popped a nasty knock in the face when he was bowling. Got a very bad bounce. I think he was probably looking at one stage of trying to take a caught and bowl. Ball was hit back at him in the air. Once he got the bad bounce, he had no way back from there because he was getting his hands into a position to try and catch the ball, and his weight was coming forward. There was no way he could react to that bounce. Nasty knock in the face. But the good news is nothing is broken and he's out there batting. Oh, and he's bowled him, leg stump. Darren Lehmann does have a habit, particularly early in his innings, of getting a long way across. I think Shoaib Akhtar's noted that. The first one was aimed at leg stump.
First ball, whenever you come in as a batsman, you've got to be sharp. Those first balls are always the most dangerous for a batsman, and unfortunately Darren Lehmann hasn't got past the first one. Just walked across his stumps, and Shoaib Akhtar right on target again. Tremendous bowling. For 52.
did appear there as though umpire Tiffin was suggesting that one side of the ball was different to the other side of the ball. So the Pakistan quickies were all pretty interested in what was going on.
Shoaib Akhtar knocking Darren Lehmann's leg stump over there. First ball just walked across the stumps a little bit too far and unfortunately heard the death rattle. The worst sound any batsman can hear. Those stumps being clattered into. Shoaib Akhtar pretty happy with himself, as are all the Pakistan team. Absolute jubilation. Pakistanis right on song tonight, as they were in the second game of Colonial. Pretty fired up, really sharp, really focused.
Well, it's interesting that the umpires, having changed the ball, also went to the Australian batsmen and informed them what was going on. That one's right on line to Michael Bevan, the new batsman. Shoaib Akhtar has got 2 breakthroughs. That one was quick, 152.8. So he's not only bowling quick, but he's bowling very straight. I think that conversation is a continuation of the one about the ball. They're the men to come for Australia. Well, the next 4: Shane Watson, Shane Warne, Andrew Bickle, and then Jason Gillespie. Saying just a while ago, Mark, that Shane Warne would consider himself an all-rounder. When he was making that 99 in Perth, he might have been giving you batsmen a bit of curry, wasn't he?
He probably was, but I consider myself an all-rounder too, so that's fair enough from Shane. But he batted well last year or two, Shane. Had a lot of good runs, especially in Test cricket. One-day cricket doesn't quite get the same chance, but if he's on song, he can certainly make a good score.
Was quick and it really took off straight up over the keeper's head. No chance. Well played by Damien Martin. He kept his eye on it, got his head out of the way very quickly.
Not sure what the change of ball was. Maybe it's a white super ball. An unbelievable delivery on a wicket where there's not a lot of bounce or pace. Shoaib Akhtar has got one to fly straight over Damien Martin's right shoulder. Right over Rashid Latif's head and gloves. Pretty reminiscent of Tomo in his heyday. Ian, I would have thought that delivery.
Yes, ask Rodney Marsh. He had a few fly over his head like that. And that's gone over the top of the slips, off the edge. Looked to be intentional. Shoaib Akhtar thought he would repeat the previous delivery. That one, not quite the same pace or bounce. Good shot, Damien Martin. Just waited on it. Pretty good shot at the whack of that one, and Damien Martin, quite accustomed to playing that sort of shot. Played it easy, waited for it, opened the face of the bat, let the pace of the ball do the rest. Captain Waqar Younis is off the field at the moment. Mohammad Sami is the substitute fielder. Chance at third man, and he's caught. Syed Anwar down at third man. Full-blooded cut from Damien Martin, but he has a tendency not to get over the top of them, and it's carried all the way to third man.
Pretty similar to the 2 previous balls. That one short. A little bit wider, this one. Damien Martin threw the kitchen sink at it, looking for power rather than direction. Unfortunately for Damien Martin, it went straight to Syed Anwar, and he's just hung on to it. Didn't know much about it. It stayed in there, unfortunately, for Australia. Damien Martin out for 11. Australia in big trouble, 5 for 65 in the 15th over.
Shane Watson is the new batsman for Australia. He's got Plenty of work to do. He's got Michael Bevan there with him, so that'll be a great comfort to Shane Watson. But this sight will not be such a great comfort. Shoaib Akhtar steaming in with wickets under his belt. Wasn't all that far away from off stump. Damien Martin had elected a boundary to third man, and then the next ball caught at third man.
Probably didn't quite have the width. Hit it pretty well. And Saeed Anwar, bet you was glad it was straight to him, because even then it nearly popped out. Bit of a juggle, and Saeed Anwar was surprised as anybody it stayed in. Back to looking pretty closely. Yep, that'll do, he says.
Looked as though Saeed Anwar might have lost it in the lights just at the last minute. There are some low lights under the stand, under the canopy of the stand. Not the ideal angle for outfielders. That's the lower lights you saw there. Inside edge, it sounded like.
This will be a huge test for Shane Watson. Shoaib Akhtar 3 for 6 in his third over. I don't think Shane Watson would have played many bowlers of the pace of Shoaib Akhtar. He's a good young player, and he batted the once for 8 at Colonial Stadium. This is a real test for him. Done well at first-class cricket, batting-wise, but this is a step up. Good test to see how good he is.
Australia 5 for 65. After 16 overs, Australia in trouble at 5 for 70. Good news is that Shoaib Akhtar just appears to be struggling with a bit of a shoulder problem across the back, just behind the neck. Poor leg bite. No, it's probably not going to go all the way. Nothing wrong with the pace. 153.6.
Well, sore neck or no sore neck. 153.6. Very quick. Straight through Ricky Ponting. Angled in. Knocked Darren Lehmann's leg stump over. Sheer pace, got that ball straight to third man. He's on fire, Shoaib Akhtar. Been a lot of talk about his pace before he came on this tour, but tonight we're getting a real good look at him. He's showing us what he's got. Average speed of just under 150.
Appear to be more accurate to you, Mark, than when you've batted against him?
I've always thought he's been a fairly accurate bowler. He's for a guy with that slinging action, you'd think he would be a little bit more wayward, but seems to get it in the right zones more often than not. Probably just his length. Usually is his biggest problem. He tends to over pitch or bowl too short. But tonight he's right on target. Just short of a length with the odd short ball. Pretty good way to mix up your deliveries when you're bowling that quick.
Well, they've dispensed with the short leg for Shane Watson. Yep, that was a quick lifting delivery. Certainly he appears to be a more confident young fast bowler. Seems to be very much at ease with himself.
Looks like it. I suppose the last couple of years he's had a few question marks over him with his fitness and then with his action. I'm not sure he's really enjoyed his cricket, but he looks like he's having a lot of fun. And normally when you're having fun, you're doing well. And at the moment, he's really enjoying his cricket. Nothing seems to be worrying him. Just running in, bowling as quick as he can and doing it pretty easy.
Well, the short leg's back in position. Shoaib Akhtar at leg gully. It's pretty close there. Oh, that's 4. It's a very, very good delivery. Batsman didn't have much control over that one. It was a magnificent delivery.
That's unbelievable pace and bounce. That's anybody who can bowl quicker than that. I'd like to see him, but that's just taken off. That is, if Rashid Latif stood on first of shoulders, he might have been a chance of getting a glove on that. Unbelievable delivery. If he gets that straight, that's trouble for the batsman. While it's just outside off stump, the batsman can have a bit of a look at it and sway back. It's over the top of leg stump. Pretty hard to deal with.
Not a very confident shout. I think it flicked the pad. It was a well-directed delivery.
It was a bit full. It wasn't far away, actually. It was angling back at the top of off stump. Shane Watson went to late cut it. Just hit him outside the line. Worth a shout.
Good shot. Chase for Afridi. That was almost 154 miles an hour. It's 5 for 80 after 17.